Hey, I'm Brian, slasher in suits.
You don't want to hurt anyone. Leave these kids alone and come have a drink.
Right. Let's go. Come on.
Hey, ow! Hey, what are you doing with
Hey, yo! What the?
Hey!
What's wrong with you, man?
Get out of here, I'm calling the cops.
Go.
I'll see you soon, sweetheart.
You kids too. Let's go.
You, Riley?
Ah, Vince.
I'm sorry, Dewey.
I can see why they cut this out, because this is the first time we see Dewey, and he's like drunk and slurring. He's still capable, because he's like, twist your arm, take the knife out, but then got smacked for it, dude. And is this the best way how we get introduced to Dewey, right? Just getting like laid out by some young little Stu's nephew punk? Yeah, it's not a good look for Dewey, like right off the bat getting laid out by some young kid. You gotta keep him looking strong heading to that showdown in that hospital. But look, dude, even the people are like consoling Dewey, like, hey, sorry, Dewey, that happened to you. But dude, look, Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock, and what happened? They were consoling Will Smith, like, hey, sorry, man, he insulted you. Like, come on, man, nothing for Chris Rock. Even the Scream movie had good sense to kick him out, like, afterwards. Like, all right, man, if you're punching people, you get the hell out of here. Well, they kicked out everybody. Well, they didn't kick out Dewey. I mean, he got punched. He's still on the floor. They're like, all right, everybody, you just get the hell out of here, right? Not Will Smith. Will Smith just got to curse at him and everything and sit back in his seat. Yeah, if you got money, you could punch somebody and sit back down and nobody kicks you out. But if you're poor and you're in Woodsboro like Vince and everything, yeah, they do kick you out. Well, the point is everybody sort of had to get kicked out. So you'd be like, oh man, who's the one who really killed Vince in that parking lot?
Dewey? You know why you're here?
Vince Snyder got murdered right after he used my head as a piñata. Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
Where'd you go after you left the bar?
Don't worry, Judy, I didn't do it. I walked home and my neighbors saw me.
The person who tried to kill Tara Carpenter last night was wearing a ghost face mask.
I heard.
And now this. No one has more experience with ghost face killings than you.
I can think of a couple people.
What I'm trying to say is, I could really use your help, Sheriff.
Sheriff, there's been another Ghostface attack over at the hospital.
Good luck.
I liked the scene because I like Judy better in this movie than in the fourth movie. And right, like Dewey's single and available and divorced now. So why didn't you guys hook up? Ooh, she is one hot mama and in position of power. That is sexy. I'm just going to assume that they did. Like, what does it hurt anybody, right? But I think the whole thing is he's still supposed to be in love with Gail and everything. They didn't want to, like, confuse everybody. Like, maybe, or you could be have a thing for Judy and Gail, man. Come on. And, right, she has a lot of clout in the police force and everything. She could, like, deputize him, and he could sort of be back on the force again. But it just sort of, like, beats down Dewey a little bit more. And when you take out the Vince scene, then this one has, like, no context, too. Because it's supposed to be the police might suspect Dewey a little bit, but we all know Dewey wasn't going to be the killer.
Mindy! What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I saw the sirens and I followed them.
So did I.
I thought you said the killer didn't care about the sequels.
I guess I was wrong.
Maybe you weren't. Maybe this is a diversion.
How do you mean?
You know, like in the movies, when the villain does something to draw attention away from his real plan on the other side of town. Hey! Who's at the hospital? Who's watching my sister?
Just heard about the sheriff.
They needed me here.
Where are you going?
My sister's in trouble!
California, where
Randy Ricks has just been brutally murdered.
What are you waiting for? Drive!
Alright, so Mindy is watching at the crime scene. So you're like, what the hell? Is she one of the Ghostface? How convenient she's there, right? Bum, bum, bum. But in the way that Wes died, that had to be a male Ghostface to actually, like, overpower him and lean that knife all the way inside his throat. So you're like, no, Mindy, you're not a Ghostface. Yeah, like, you gotta throw that whodunit and everyone's a suspect sort of deal in it. But it's also Mindy playing that Randy role. Like, hey, man, I thought you had the rules and everything, Randy's nephew. Yeah, so it was very neat that Sam put 2 and 2 together and she bounced the ideas off of somebody rather than she just figured it out and went to the cop in the real cut of the movie. So, I don't know, it was neat and it added a little bit of whodunit, and I never thought Mindy could be it anyway. Now, Chad, I thought that fool was going to be it. And how small of a police force is this? They only got like 4 or 5 cops, right? Like, who's watching my sister? I don't know. But it's very cool. Like, Dewey saw, like, hey, what's Gail up to? Oh, she's just doing her reporting bullshit. All right, I'm going to be a hero, and I'm going to get Ghostface at that hospital. So right there, that was the choice. Like, do I go back to, like, my personal life and forget it? Or, man, I'm built for this, man. I'm going into the lion's den and try to get that Ghostface. But, oh, man, you know, he just got, like, one too many close encounters with death, and he got his card punched this time, man. And, oh, man, his guts spilling out. You're like, oh, man, is he going to survive this? Just like Ghostface said, not today. And Amber took credit for that, too. But she got lit up and shot for it, so justice served.